Hey folks, Farmer Joe here, coming at you fresh from the farm. I just want to take a moment to thank everyone who's part of this farm and part of this community that we're building. From really, I know it sounds cheesy, but from the bottom of my heart, it means a lot to me, and it means a lot to the whole team that there's, over 250 families who've decided to sign up for a weekly basket of vegetables from the farm, and another probably 150 who just drop in at the farm store every week, week after week. So thank you so much for being here. It is such a key element to sustaining this farm and the vision that we're bringing into the world of having a community sustaining farm. And so you've heard this term CSA, CSA basket, CSA farm, CSA box. Well, what does that mean? Well, to me, I like to think that CSA means community sustaining farm agriculture. And so it's an agriculture that sustains a community. And how does it do that? What does it mean to be sustainable? To me, there's really three elements. I think of it like a triangle. There's the human element, the ecological element, and the economic element. It's sort of actually similar to the triple bottom line: people, profits, and planet, right? So how does agriculture, how does farming sustain community? Well, let's talk about the human element. For me, that's so important that this is a place where people can come. That's one of the benefits of being so close to the cities, that people can actually come to the farm, enjoy, walk around, see where the crops are growing, see what it looks like to see food growing. Bring their kids, see their kids harvest carrots during the carrot harvest festival or whatever other activity we happen to be putting on. So there's the human element of building those relationships to each other, to the land, and to nature ultimately. Second element is, to me anyway, ecological sustainability, and that's a huge part of it too. The fact that what we're doing is an agriculture that sustains an ecological community. So that means that there's a diversity of plants and animals and fungi that are able to exist and coexist in this landscape together. And the fact that you sign up for a CSA basket in advance means that I don't have to spend as much time and money worrying about marketing, and I can focus on things like growing cover crops and green manures and carbon in the soil and wood chips and ponds and flowers for beneficial insects and all this sort of nerdy stuff that I love. But if I wasn't able to say, yes, I know that these CSA shares are sold in advance, I would not be able to focus as much on that element. Ecological sustainability, also the fact that we grow it for a CSA means that we don't just grow one thing. We grow here, I did the math, I was looking at it for the organic certification. We grow 168 different varieties of vegetables here. So, that's not 100, that's about maybe 30 different types of vegetables, but there's different varieties, and over 168 different varieties all here. And so that to me is amazing. And finally, economic sustainability, because often we like to think about the environment, all these pie in the sky type things, but there's the economic sustainability element, which is key. Because if we're doing all this but not making any money, well, you know what? It's not going to be around for very long. And so that's one of the elements that's really fantastic about CSA, is that by being part of this, how does agriculture sustain the community? Well, it's a two-way street. It's a partnership. And through your engagement in the CSA, through coming through the farm store, you're sustaining a local business as part of the local economy. And that is huge. That is huge. The money you spend here stays in our community much more than spending money on a vegetable that's coming in from Mexico. Not that there's anything wrong with buying food from Mexico either, but that would be the subject for a separate video. So yeah, the economic sustainability, and the fact with CSA, Community Sustaining Agriculture, where you sign up for a basket in advance, that's huge for us, because the money that you're putting as a deposit or as a payment, in January, February, March, is helping to buy the seeds, the compost, what else? The packaging, all the investments, the heating fuel for the greenhouse, the labor that's going in, all the work that we're doing, and the people that we're hiring to grow the food. Because typically in agriculture, farmers take on these huge lines of credit. So they go massively in debt every year just to buy their seed and get the crop planted. And they don't get any income till all the way in the fall. That's a huge source of stress for people. So through CSA, it is creating a quality of life and a more of a peace of mind of knowing, yes, there are people who want food and who've said, hey, Jonathan, let's work together to grow some food. And I'm like, yeah, you want me to grow food? I love it. I'm going to do it. So thank you all for being part of this. And actually, I just realized that Thanksgiving's coming up, so this is like a cheesy gratitude video, but it is entirely sincere, and I really appreciate that you're here. It's been fun to get to know some of you, every week at the farm store. And if you want to get to know me better, well, stop by the farm store or come to our events. Events are the best. When we're harvesting carrots, that's the best time to chat and to get to know each other. So anyway, thanks for being here, and happy Thanksgiving.